Blessings and welcome to today's Law Enforcement Daily Devotional. Today we're in First Chronicles chapter 1 and 2. And I'm going to make a confession. Open up First Chronicles, start reading it, and then just realized it was genealogy. And I knew we only had 2 chapters. So I skimmed the rest of chapter 1, all genealogy, jumped to chapter 2, all genealogy. And I just had this almost panic for just a second of, oh my goodness, what in the world? How do you do a daily devotional on genealogy? And it didn't take long to realize genealogy isn't just something you brush over or you pass over, or you come up with something else because genealogy. Genealogy is important, and God revealed to me, gave some revelation of how important genealogy was, because some thoughts just came to mind that were opposite of where I was tracking and where I was going. So anyway, chapter 1, verse 1 through 27 is the genealogy from Adam to Abraham. Then in verse 28 through 31, these are the descendants of Abraham through Ishmael. So this goes off. This is an offshoot of the family tree that goes in a different direction and eventually becomes the nation of Islam. These are the Muslims that come from this line. Chapter 2, verses 1 through 8, this genealogy is about the 12 tribes, or the 12 sons of Jacob. Jacob, who God changes his name to Israel, and then there's the 12 tribes of Israel. Well, this is Jacob and his 12 sons are the same thing. And really cool. And we come back to this one. Then chapter 2, verses 9 through 55 is the genealogy of David, King David, the one who the Messiah is supposed to come from his line. So, thinking about this, after today, there's only 4 more Old Testament studies that we're going to do, and then we're going to get into the New Testament in just 4 short days, or 5 days. And the very first day of the New Testament reads, it's going to go over, guess what? Genealogies. So we're going to look at the genealogies of Jesus in 5 days. Without giving anything away, all of a sudden I realized the reason that these genealogies are in here, maybe not the only reason, but a good reason why these are in here, is because you can take the genealogy found in Luke, which is the genealogy of Mary, and you can take the genealogy in Matthew, which is the genealogy of Joseph. Now, Mary and Joseph were Jesus' parents, although Joseph is not really his dad. Mary gets impregnated by the Holy Spirit, so it's not really Joseph's son. So that's why both genealogies are included, because as the adopted son of Joseph, it would be very important to be able to trace that lineage. But the truth of it is the lineage is traced through Mary. And guess what? They both wind up with David. It's really cool. Luke's genealogy is in chapter 3. And then Matthew's genealogy is in chapter 1. And we're going to take, or today you can take these old genealogies, the line of David, and you can trace out through Mary's genealogy. You can only go so far in Matthew's, or in Joseph's family tree, because Joseph's family tree breaks off at Mary's you can trace completely back, but David's, it goes up through Nathan, and then that's kind of where the family goes around till it gets back to Joseph, and that's where Mary's meets up. But Mary's is traced very specifically along the same lines through chapter 2, verses 9 through 55. So anyway, I spent a lot of time matching up these genealogies, looking at it and realizing how important the genealogies are to Christians. And not only to Christians, but they should be incredibly important to the Jewish nation as well, Jewish people, to be able to see that Jesus Christ, the son of Joseph and Mary, came from the line of David. And it actually came through the kings, just like it was supposed to. Really cool read today. Tomorrow we're in First Chronicles. We're going to read chapters 3 through 5. So read ahead, come back here tomorrow, and let's find a law enforcement takeaway. Be safe.